Hello everyone, welcome to Telangana Exam Center. This is me Sayyid Shujatullah, your educator. Yesterday, the government of Telangana has released another important document with regard to our economy that is called as Telangana Economic Pulse 2024. I will present the slide here. You can please check it and we will have a discussion on it. Okay. So Telangana Exam Center, this is the lecture 1 in this particular document. The document is very big, so we'll complete the document in 2-3 lectures. So this is the lecture 1, Telangana Economic Pulse, released in November 2024. So our tagline is here, you rank, your rank, our passion. Do enroll in our courses and be a part of it. Empower us to bring more qualitative lectures. Group 1, Group 2 related, all courses are available. You can call to the number given below. And as you are all very aware of this fact, the government of Telangana yesterday has announced that Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 notification are going to, the results of that are going to come within 7 to 8 days. So it is high time that the next notification will come in April. So make sure that you be a part of it and start your preparation at the earliest so that you don't miss out the opportunity. Because as I have already told you, already a big recruitment is completed in the form of recent examination, another notification by the Congress government, and this process will take another 2 years. Then I don't think so that there won't be much of the Group 1 and Group 2 post left for 2-3 years more. So this is the only opportunity that you are having, so that be a part of our mentorship program, mains test series, Group 2 mentorship, and definitely it will boost a lot of your confidence. I will give you all the available materials and also the subject oriented lectures and handhold yours till you write the examination. So that is my guarantee for all of you. So make sure that you be a part of it. Okay. Let us start our discussion in this particular area. So this particular Telangana Economic Pulse, it has been released by an inspiration derived from 2024 Nobel Economic Sciences Laureates. Nobel Economic Sciences Laureates. Basically, the economic, you know that Nobel Prizes is given in the 6 fields, and in that one of the field is economy. So our Nobel Economic Sciences Laureates, what they have done, they have worked on how inclusive institutions, equitable, transparent reforms of Telangana. So basically, we are trying to align the strategy of development of Telangana with the vision and the work done by Nobel laureates in economics who have won the prize in the year 2024. So Nobel laureates, their vision, and Telangana. We are combining these two, and we are trying to say that Telangana is well in the strategy, well in the line which is propounded by our Nobel Economic Sciences laureates. The Nobel laureates of economics in 2024, they said that inclusiveness is a major aspect for the development of any country. And inclusiveness will only give what? Equitability. That is what they said. So you can see here, Acemoglu, Johnson, Robinson. Their works highlights the profound impact of inclusive institutions on long-term economic growth. Now this is very important point for all of you to understand what is the meaning of inclusive institution. Inclusive institution is such institution where you will not see only government, okay, where you will not see only bureaucrats, okay, where you will not see only industry people, where you will not see only academia. These are the common people that you will find in all the institution. But when you connect the institution with the masses, and participation of that particular people associated with that particular occupation or that area, then it becomes a inclusive institutions. When we talk about farmer producer organization, it is an inclusive institution because all the farmers together, they produce something, they make into an organization. Now they will bargain with what? Amazon. So this structure, who has given the enabling of to this structure is nothing but the government. Government said, you do this. Means you have a farmer producer organization and you can negotiate with Amazon, Instamart, etc., and you can sell your products. So that is called as inclusive institution. We also have cooperative banks, we also have cooperative societies, we also have self-help groups. Like that, many of the institutions has also been created that is actually making the development very faster and sharing the resources equitable, because these particular cooperatives, associations are also funded by the government. So financial credit facility is available to them. That's how financial distribution is given to them, and that is how they are going to empower themselves. So the Nobel laureates of sciences, economic sciences in 2024, they said that inclusiveness is the main pillar for the long-term economic growth of any country, they said. They also argue that institutions built to exploit the masses hinder prosperity. Means those institutions which does not involve the masses into governance, that institutions, because of that institution, the economic prosperity of the country will be difficult, or the economic prosperity of the state will be hindered. While those promote fundamental economic freedoms and the rule of law, foster economic and sustainable growth. Means those institutions that have the participation of the masses, nothing but now they have the economic freedom, like farmer producer organization, they work together, cooperative farming is there, contract farming is there. They have got a freedom now, what to produce, where to produce, how much to produce, it's up to them. We are not here to tell that you produce this, that, etc., right? Yes. So when you have inclusiveness, then you have more economic freedom. When more economic freedom will definitely translate into for sustainable growth of a particular state. So the basis of this particular Economic Pulse 2024 document is inspired from the vision and strategy propounded by Nobel Economic Sciences laureates of winners of 2024. And they have highlighted one simple thing, that is nothing but inclusiveness. And Telangana government is saying that yes, we are actually promoting inclusiveness and inclusive institution in our state in a very large way. Some important examples are given by the government where actually we are promoting this kind of inclusiveness. First one here is Prajavani, which is being conducted always at Praja Bhavan, a public administration program. Now in the governance, Praja means people, Vani means voices of the people. What is the channel of hearing them? The channel of hearing before that was departmental wise. If you have a grievance with regard to GHMC, you will go and complain in GHMC. If you have a grievance with regard to electricity department, you will go and complain to the electricity department. With the Prajavani, all your complaints, you can give it to what? The bureaucrats and also to the government officials. Nothing but your voices will be heard directly. It means what? In the governance of the state, your voices are there. You are also empowered to come forward and put your grievances in front of the government. That is only called as an inclusive institution. Prajavani is basically a very, very large inclusive awareness or inclusive grievance redressal program. Prajavani at Praja Bhavan, it's a grievance redressal system that serves as a cornerstone, very, very important pillar of the governance framework of the Telangana. Here the citizens can directly channel their voice, okay, not only to the government officials, but directly to the ministers also. With the help of that, there is a complete transparency will be there, and whether your MP or minister is doing your work or not, he will be accountable for it. And as because public is directly contacting to the ruling party or the ruling government, they will also have trust on the government that yes, our voices are heard, maybe it will be redressed at the earliest. So it increases public trust in the government, okay, and also decreases fraudulent practices, illegal activities, because now government itself is coming forward and taking your grievances. By ensuring that voices of all sections of society, especially the marginalized groups, are heard, the initiative reinforces inclusive governance where the masses are connected in the governance format. That is how the government is strengthening the responsiveness of the administration. Okay, first one is Pajavani. The second important inclusive institution is reorganization of Public Service Commission. The restructuring of Telangana State Public Service Commission reflects state commitment to enhance fairness and transparency in recruitment. Merit-based selection process is there for commission members. Okay, this reform exemplifies the principles of inclusive institution, and that is how the person who is very meritorious, he is put into TGPSC in the form of chairman and members. So very good people are being recruited or being appointed in what? TGPSC, which will increase obviously when they are too meritorious, efficiency, transparency. They won't be impartial in public service recruitment. Okay. Then another important inclusive institution proposed or introduced by the government of Telangana is Education Commission has been established. So Education Commission, Telangana Education Commission, it is another key step towards building inclusive institution. It focuses on access to quality education. Quality education is nothing but you should have all the infrastructure, you should have a quality lectures, okay, you should have digital access in the schools, okay, you should have outcome based strategies and evaluation criteria should be there. That is called as quality education. By focusing on improving access to quality education from early childhood to higher education, this commission aims to ensure all segments of society, especially the marginalized groups, have the opportunity to prosper equal to what? The people who are having lot of money. This aligns with the Nobel laureate's strategy of broad-based economic participation. Means in economy, the people who are producing goods and services, it is, if let us suppose it is this much. Broad-based means it is this much. Means now, before it was only like rich class is a part of economy. Now it is BC, now SC, now ST, now more disadvantaged groups. So the broad-based economic participation is also given a push with the help of inclusive institutions of government. Then other significant steps include establishment of State Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Commission, Backward Class Welfare Commission, that also play a very pivotal role for the disadvantaged communities and ensure them necessary resources to improve their economic status. So a lot of welfare associations has also been created that is helping the disadvantaged and the marginalized section of the state. So these are some of the important inclusive institutions established by the government of Telangana on the vision and strategy propounded by Nobel Economic Sciences Laureates winner of 2024. Now the Economic Pulse 2024 goes from that particular part to the second part. The second part talks about data. Okay, now that is over. The philosophical part is over. Now we'll go ahead with the part which is important for the examination also. That is important for the Group 1 mains. So the Economic Pulse 2024 starts with global outlook, stable yet overwhelming, means global growth, how it is, like that. World Economic Outlook update says that global growth rate will be around 3.2% in 2024 according to this World Economic Outlook update. Global headline inflation is expected to fall from an annual average of 6.7% to 5.8%. Good thing. Headline inflation is nothing but nominal inflation, the inflation which is calculated at this present prices, current prices. We call it as headline inflation. So like basket, how much increase of price happened with regard to the basket of commodities. If you are calculating that increase, we call it as headline inflation. It is decreasing, nothing but less burden on our disposable income. Then the document went on to say that advanced economies like Germany, France, etc., they may grow at 1.8%, and emerging markets and developing economics like India, they are expected to grow at 4.2% in 2024. We have projected around 7%. RBI projected around 7% for 2025 financial year. But World Economic Outlook says that, okay, 4.2% on an average, the emerging and developing economics, example like India, will grow. The IMF in October 2024 World Economic Outlook maintained a growth forecast for India at 7%. Only for India, IMF is also saving 7%, RBI is also saving 7.2, I guess approximately, you can check. Okay, this keeps, if this happens, India is on the, it will become fastest growing major economy in the world if we are going at 7% growth rate according to the IMF World Economic Outlook. So this particular slide deals with World Economic Outlook and India's economic outlook. Telangana related nothing is there. Now this is very important for the examination. Economic impact of natural calamities on Telangana. Let us focus on recovery and rehabilitation. Natural calamities, whether it is floods, whether it is earthquake, whether it is cyclones, whether it is desertification, whether it is drought, whatever it is, they disrupt economies, nothing but state capacity of goods, production of goods and services. They disrupt economy here is nothing but the affecting the capacity of production of goods and services. This is only called as disrupting economies. Whenever natural calamity happens, our physical capital like infrastructure etc. will get destructed. Displacement of labor move from one place to another place. Migration is there here. Disruption of supply chain, obviously the poles get uprooted. There will be a highway problem will be there. Somewhere the trees may fall on the highway. So supply chain may get disrupted, leading to immediate declines in the productivity and GDP. That is how it disrupts the economies. In short term, this results in decreased consumer spending and also investment. If supply is not there, we will not spend. So it also affects our spending and also our investment. If suppose a particular area is there where you are having continuously floods are coming, why do you invest? You will not invest. So our investment capacity will also get decreased if the disasters are most likely to happen and if they are not controlled. Okay. Over the long term, such events also create opportunistic cost. If the government does not take any measure to how to recover and rehabilitate from the already occurred disaster, then the money that we put after the disaster to rebuild, to reconstruct again all of those infrastructure, all of those damaged properties, that money could have been used for the welfare measure or not? Yes. So taking very good steps with regard to reconstruction, rehabilitation, etc. will also save our money. That money is an opportunity to invest in what? Other welfare measures. Okay. With the help of natural disasters, the socio-economic loss is very clear. In Telangana, torrential rains. Okay. Generally, torrential rains means a one particular period of time at the evening, 4 o'clock like that, continuously rains happens for 1 hour. Torrential rains between August 31st and September 8th we generally see. They cause severe damage to Telangana with regard to loss of life also. 37 life lost and over 1 lakh cattle and other domestic animals died. So that much of bigger losses we are having with regard to what? Rains. Crop loss of 4.15 lakh acres was also severely affected. The estimated economic loss from these damages stands at rupees 11,713 crore, not a small amount, amounting to 5.3% of state budgeted expenditure revenue receipts. So state budgeted revenue receipts, 5% of that amount is getting what? Getting lost because of what? Natural calamities. The government has also received 416 crore rupees under the first and second phase of state disaster response fund from the central government, which accounts to 3.6% of total estimated loss. So basically 5.3% of loss we are having with regard to revenue receipts, but we have received only 3.6% of estimated loss money from the central government. What is the need of the hour? So that much of loss is happening. Now what we have to do? First of all, to minimize disruptions, we have to take early detection, early warning. Such kind of system should be established. We have to ensure resilient recovery. At the faster, we have to ensure that the economy recover faster. Efficient forecasting is important. Damage assessment and compensation principle have to be fixed. Rehabilitation strategies are essential for the displaced labor. Efforts are backed by financial resources. Whenever the budget is presented, from that money should be the disaster related work should be funded, so that recovery process will be coordinated at the earliest. So, and if we are doing all of this, we can restore the productivity and we can also have the financial stability. We don't have to suddenly give money for any natural disaster purpose. If we do all of these things, if we stop, if we try to recover at the earliest, so that amount of money will act as an opportunity to invest in some other welfare schemes. Okay. Now focus on sustainability, the third important part in the Economic Pulse 2024. Focus on sustainability in Telangana, Musi riverfront and Kondareddipalli Solar Initiative Drive. Okay, let us see the environment and economic revival. So basically in this lecture we are talking about only Musi riverfront project because the lecture will get lengthy. In the next part I will come with the Kondareddipalli Solar Initiative. So Musi River Development, okay, it's a key urban because it is in urban areas in Hyderabad mostly. It's an urban renewal environmental project initiated by the Telangana government aimed at transforming the Musi River and the surrounding areas of Musi River in Hyderabad into a vibrant, means well-to-do business place, well-to-do hanging out place, leisure time, pastime place, vibrant, ecologically sustainable. Again, ecologically sustainable is nothing but the development should not harm the ecology of the Hyderabad state, ecologically sustainable and economically beneficial riverfront, means the throughout the channel of the Musi River you develop what street vendor kind of network, then it will be economic benefit. People will come there to hang out, to pass their time, and ecologically also we can protect our resources, can do some community for water planting, okay, roadside planting, and we can make it what very beautiful and aesthetic. The river, once a lifeline for the city, has very deteriorated. Once upon a time we used to get water to drink from this particular river. Now it is marred with pollution, untreated sewage discharge and encroachments also. If you go to Chadarkad, you just try to see like this lot of jopar pattis you will see near the riverfront. The project envisions cleaning the river. First of all, our work is to clean the river, develop green spaces, try to we have to plant trees there, build recreational areas for the kids, okay, to do some exercise, to do some games, etc. Improve the surroundings, neatness, cleanness, Swachh Bharat mission, infrastructure also to enhance both environmental and social well-being of the people there. It aims to drive urban revitalization, means we have to revitalize the urban areas, okay, with the help of Musi River, giving a very good look to Hyderabad. Okay, economic growth, making it more, adding economic benefit to it by transforming the degraded river into vibrated sustainable ecosystem. Okay, economic and environmental impacts of this Musi River development projects are: economic impact. First of all, it addresses water pollution, rehabilitates the river ecosystem. The project converts the negative externalities into positive ones. We will get a cleaner water, okay, order less water, enhance green spaces, more lungs will be added to the Hyderabad city, more cleaner air and increase biodiversity because we have to also go for planting of trees across the river Musi. This not only benefit the community to improve public health and recreation, but also attract tourism, real estate investment, etc. and commercial activity like businesses, charts, etc. boosting property values and local businesses. Now, environmental impact, if you see, the incorporation of green infrastructure, the infrastructure which is not harmful to the environment, such as wetlands for wastewater treatment, also reflects sustainable urban development. You might be knowing this fact when you are studying environment. Wetlands are important because they are able to absorb most of the untreated water. They are able to absorb most of the, okay, keep the environment with less humidity, making it more convenient to live. Okay, so wetlands can have the ability to treat the wastewater. It reflecting what? Sustainable urban development. So we don't have to go for treating of plants. If wetlands are more, it automatically rejuvenate the particular area, reducing future cost of flood prevention and water treatment while enhancing rivers ecological health. The development bolster the city's climate resilience, okay, making the city very good to live, help mitigate the impact of unpredictable monsoons and flooding. More greenery, it means what? Proper hydrological cycle we can see in our Hyderabad, so without having much of the climate related impacts, that reducing long-term economic loss to the state. The project also improves the quality of life by enhancing air quality because lot of plants, wetlands we are able to put, public health will improve, and urban aesthetics. Urban area looks very beautiful, reflecting the environmental Kuznets curve. Kuznets curve I will put you here. Kuznets curve is nothing but this is GDP. Okay, that is pollution. Kuznets curve says that as the GDP increases, pollution increases up to some extent. After that, pollution decreases but GDP increases. This is what happened. Ulta U, reverse U is what the Kuznets curve says, because as the GDP increases, first of all, we'll try to use what all the fossil fuels, we'll try to burn plastic, etc. But once we come to this particular point, what will happen? We'll start using what? Sustainable resource material, whether it is clothing, whether it is carry bags, etc., etc. So what will happen? GDP will increase, but the pollution will decrease. So this particular river, Musi River project is also following what? Kuznets curve theory, which suggests that environmental degradation declines as the economic growth and public demand for sustainability increases, as very clear. Additionally, a cost benefit analysis, if we do, of the project shows that while initial costs are very high to do all these developmental works, the long-term benefits are very, very good because it increases tourism, improves public health, protect us from the climate change, global warming related, air quality related problems, making it a very economic viable, environmental sustainable project. I hope this is all clear to you. I'll come with the second lecture of this Pulse November 2024. Do subscribe to the channel and share with all of your friends, and do enroll in the courses and empower us. Thank you.